This is Sons of Africa podcast. I am African Ant.
This is Black Sun.
And we back for another one. This episode 5 already. Could you believe that?
5th episode.
Huh?
I said, yeah, the 5th episode, man. We're trying to be more consistent. We're trying to be consistent with it.
Right.
Hopefully you're putting a lot of tags and stuff in the videos to get people to come.
I do put the tags on there, but I'm going to try to put a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should put a whole bunch, bro.
I try to put
everything we talking about and everything we might not be talking about.
Right. I'm going to try to put some more in there, man. That's me because, you know, I be tied up with my podcast and doing the editing take time. And, you know, I'm trying to make time for everything. Because, you know, I be working out and, you know, my days is numbered, you know, because I work second shift. So it be kind of me trying to get everything in. I got to do it for our mom and all that kind of stuff. So
I work third, and I probably work longer hours than you, man.
You probably do. I'm sure you do. But, you know, but I'm going to get it together, though. So how your week been going, man? What's been going on?
Nothing much, man. It's been a slow week for me. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things. I had to get the Microsoft Word program again so I can start back writing my book, getting that done and stuff like that. That's about all, man. It's been slow. I'm about to go ahead and watch this Justice League Snyder Cut probably when we're done here.
What's that about?
You don't know what Justice League, the movie?
It's a Marvel.
It's DC, bro. You don't know.
I knew it was one of them. I don't watch them kind of movies.
It's only 2 of them, bro.
Yeah, Marvel and DC. You know, you got to forgive me because I don't watch a lot of those movies, man. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't.
I don't know why you don't either. You watch WrestleMania?
Hey, you see the shirt? Hold on, let me show them my shirt real quick. You see the shirt, man? Classic. You know what I'm saying? Having a good shirt day.
Macho Man Randy Savage was your favorite, wasn't it?
No, my favorite was Ric Flair, but he on there somewhere. He right here. Macho Man right there. You see him?
Ric Flair. I know Macho Man is on there.
Roddy Piper. I think that's a Hunky Tonk Man. I mean, Jake the Snake and the Heart Foundation.
And the Heart Foundation and who the cop dude? What was his name? The Boss Man?
Big Boss Man, yeah. He on there too, yeah. I'm killing you again on another shirt day.
No,
killing you once more.
I'm sure. You see, I got what? My Hero Academia.
But I'm still killing you though.
Which is hot in the streets right now, bro.
Nobody
know the old WrestleManian cats?
Man, they do. Everybody in our generation. Everybody was wrestling fans, man.
In our generation, yeah. We talking about the new cats and all that.
Everybody wrestling fans.
They're the ones out there in the streets not doing all the stuff that's going on.
Who? The younger generation? Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
That's them, man.
They know more about what I got on, man. That anime stuff. WrestleMania kind of played out, bro.
Yeah, okay.
It ain't what it used to be.
I'm going to have to get on my page and see what they like more. The anime or wrestling. They liked it more. I'm gonna have to. We can have to do it.
Go ahead, bro.
Matter of fact, y'all get in the comment section and tell me what y'all liked it more, anime or wrestling.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, that's what I like.
We're gonna take a vote. Anime or wrestling, man. I already know what they're gonna say.
Put all the grades. You think they're gonna say wrestling? With all the type of anime that's out there, bro.
I believe so. I'm not talking about
Academia.
Not right now because wrestling kind of old played out. I'm talking about back in the day. We ain't talking about today's date.
Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto. What, bro? It's not a contest.
We ain't talking about today's date. Today's wrestling, though. We excusing that. We talking about the past wrestling, though. We ain't talking about today's.
Wrestling ain't been great since Stone Cold and The Rock left, bro.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I don't watch it. That was some years ago. I don't watch it now. I just watch what I grew up watching. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Back in them days, man. But yeah, you was telling me about the with the whole thing, the war with the Asians.
What you been on this week, man? What you been doing?
Man, actually, you know, I did an interview with this web series called The Lick. Shout out to them, man. I interview each person to get like a behind the scenes of it. We working on a documentary for that, so I did that and did some editing for my show, African Ant Show. Make sure y'all check that out. I had my last episode I dropped. I had my financial advisor on there. And if you're looking for like any financial guidance, check that out. You know what I'm saying? It's a good show. You'll learn a lot. If you're trying to get your credit together, you're trying to learn how to manipulate different financial avenues or get financial freedom. We talk about all that on there. So make sure y'all check that out.
You shouldn't use the term manipulate. You should like work the system.
Okay, well, work the system, manipulate, same thing. Same thing. We pretty much we gonna teach you to do what Donald Trump did to not pay taxes and all that kind of stuff. Some of we don't know everything he did though. But, you know, he the master of manipulation.
Who's the lick though, man? Who's that?
My homeboy, his name is Rick. One of my homeboys I grew up with, he started a web series, and it's like a gangster web series about what goes on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This season 2. Yeah, so he let me. He said I was doing an interview. He's like, man, you should do it like a behind the scenes, like a documentary. We could talk to each of the cast members. You can get a feel of the cast members, get a feel of who they is. Cause like one of the cast members, shout out to him. Yeah.
YouTube series?
Yeah. One of the cast members, shout out to him, his name Trees. He played like the villains. His name is Gunna. He the villain of the show. He played his hitman. So he said a lot of people would see him and they'd be kind of scared to approach him, you know what I'm saying? He's like, he don't want people to be scared to approach him because he ain't who he is in the series. So I was like, you know, that's what made us come up with it so they can see the guys behind the scene, who they really are, so they know that they cool people, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we was working on that, you know. It should be coming out soon.
I don't know how people get so carried away in other people's characters that they think that that's who they are for real. They treat them like that in real life.
They do it. You see it with Tariq?
I know, it's the weirdest thing ever, bro.
It is weird.
It's like y'all just got to realize they playing the character. These people are acting. You know what I'm saying?
But that's how you know they do a good job.
Obviously, they're doing a good job. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You really think that's who they are for real outside of that, or their character resonate, or the aura that they give off just resonates with you so well that you just see them as that person regardless. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the dude from Game of Thrones. You ever see that?
No, and I'm so ashamed. I'm embarrassed. Listen, I'm embarrassed to say I never saw it because everybody been telling me about it. I'm like a binge watcher though. When I watch them, I like to binge watch.
All the seasons is out now. It's over, so you could definitely binge watch it.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
It's a character on the show named Joffrey. If anybody in the comments have seen Game of Thrones, y'all know who Joffrey is. And Joffrey was like the worst dude ever.
Worse than Tyreek?
Man, way worse than Tyreek, bro. Like, you just hated his guts. Like, you really wanted to see him die, for real. And it's like, the way he acted, I guess what happened was when he got out in the streets, people acted like he was really that person to the point to where he don't even do acting no more, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it weighed too much on him because everybody really thought that's who he was. He was that type of person. I mean, he was despicable, bro. He was, even my wife wanted to see him die. She was waiting for the chance to see him die.
You know the dude that played on something Messiah. His name was.
No! You talking about Judas and the Black Messiah?
Yeah, you know the guy that played the snitch. He said he got to do therapy, man.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like that's crazy. Like I'm waiting on my wife, like waiting on her, so we can sit down and watch it together. Certain movies we like to watch together. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them. So I'm waiting on her so we get some time to sit down and watch it
too. That's one of the ones I definitely want to see also.
Yeah, you know, get some time to watch that. I'm ashamed to say I never seen Black Panther, man.
You ain't never seen Black Panther either?
Nope. I'm embarrassed to say it, man.
I said on the last show, man, if I had a raccoon tap dancing across the screen, I'll play it right now.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That just because I had never seen. Just because I ain't seen Black Panther.
No, it's cool.
Come on now.
You don't have to see it. You don't have to see it.
No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Black Panther is it's one of the coolest movies for a black person because even though Wakanda is a fictional place, it opens up your mind to the possibility of what probably could have been if slavery didn't exist or if we all just pulled our resources together, used the resources of Africa and actually build it up to being that much of a powerhouse of a nation within the world. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they have the buildings look like skyscrapers and everything like that, but they all retain like their tribal essence to each one of them. You know what I'm saying? They look like they huts, but they not huts. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool, man. It's one of the things that I liked about it. It's one of the things that I like most about it. Is just seeing how, like I said, it gives you that feeling of what Africa could have been like, or what black people could have been like in Africa if slavery never happened, if we were left alone, if people didn't come over here and try to take all the resources and things like that, how we could have built it up to being something more than what it is. I mean, Africa's still great in a lot of the cities over there. I mean, they got cities, they got all types of stuff, but just to see that it being like an untouched state, I would really like to see what it would have been like if it was that case. Like if we didn't have Western influence at all in America and all these other countries always coming in trying to put their influence in power and stuff like that. But
Who's to
it's a
say?
cool movie, bro.
Who's to say Africa not like that? Because they are, most Africans, if you know, they are educated. You know, most of them are like financially in good places. You know, Africa is the richest land. Who's to say it's not like? I know it ain't quite like that, but it's similar. You know, in reality.
No, it's I said there's certain cities that are cool. You know what I'm saying? They got cities and stuff like that in, but like if you go to Dubai, Dubai is what I think a Muslim country for the most part.
That's Africa. That's part of Africa.
Yeah, bro. That's part of
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's part of Africa. It's in Southern Africa. It's in Southern Africa, South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's part of South Africa and stuff like that. But you got cities like Dubai. You got Nigeria. You got Sierra Leone and all of that stuff. Like they all got cities and stuff in there and everything. But
right.
The way the Wakanda was in there is different from that. And what I'm specifically talking about is the unity of the tribes and things like that, and just being an untouched place from Western influence. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still a lot of places in Africa, like we were just talking about, the 300 girls that was kidnapped from the school, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's wild to hear that your government or whoever is involved would let something like that happen to the point that they are able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like slavery all over again.
I mean, yeah, they say in Libya, because that's where Gaddafi was at, right? You know, that was in Africa too, where he was at. And they killed him. And they say they killed him because he was trying to use gold and all this stuff. This is the conspiracy theory about it all. He was trying to use gold to give to the people and make that the currency and get rid of the American dollar and stuff like that. And they said he was like real good to black, like Africans that were there and stuff like that. That he wasn't really treating them bad. Ever since they killed him and got him out of power and out of seat, they say the people over there have been taking black people and enslaving them again, bro.
Ain't that what they doing now? Crypto?
With crypto?
Yeah, that's gonna be the new currency. American currency.
Crypto. Crypto may become the new currency. I doubt if they're gonna let it get to that far, bro. I mean, it might get to the point to where it's a one world thing, but if it gets to that point, we nearing, as in my belief, the end of the world gonna be coming pretty soon. But as far as the American dollar, I don't think America itself is trying to let the dollar just become non-existent unless they got control over the cryptocurrency.
I found this out this week when I was looking up about Bitcoin, and I was trying to see how to buy different type because it's different crypto. I found out America got a crypto. It's low key though. Yeah, and they was hating on it real tough, but they got one.
Really?
They don't put. Yeah, they got one. So you know if they got, you know where it's going.
Yeah.
If they got one, you know where it's going. They see the wave, so they want to make sure they on top of it.
If more and more people start accepting cryptocurrency as a form of currency, then we're gonna probably go the route of having Bitcoin and all that stuff, which ain't even money, bro. It's just computer digits and stuff like that.
It's like a credit card.
Yeah, it's just not even real money, so it can come and go as anybody see fit, bro. So that's the thing. So that might be where it's leading to and all of that stuff. That's an interesting thing. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what's going on with that stuff like that. Yeah, if we go to that point, then we definitely end towards the end. But
it's a low key. But I know you sent me this video about the whole thing with the with Biden. He was trying to. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna give you my take on
it. The AAPI community downstairs, and it was heart-wrenching to listen to them. As many of you know,
let me start it over because I want to get it from the beginning.
The AAPI community downstairs, and it was heart-wrenching to listen to them. As many of you know, we originally planned to hold a car rally to thank our supporters. But given the events of the recent days, we didn't feel it was appropriate. So we canceled that rally. But we want our supporters to know we'll come back and hold that rally another trip. But today, we want to speak about something else. I said from the beginning of my campaign for president that we needed to come together, that we needed to unite as one people, one nation, one America. I said in my kickoff speech in Philadelphia, I said that very same thing when I spoke at Gettysburg. I said that in my inaugural address. And I believe with every fiber on my being, there are simply some core values and beliefs that should bring us together as Americans. One of them is standing together against hate, against racism, the ugly poison that has long haunted and plagued our nation. The Vice President and I, as I said, met a little bit earlier, just before this, with leaders from the Asian American community here in Georgia. We talked about Tuesday's mass shooting, about another example of public health crisis of gun violence in this country. 8 people killed, 7 women, 6 were of Asian descent. All fellow Americans, each one of them we mourn. Their families are left with broken hearts and unanswered questions.
Who was the other two?
And the investigation is ongoing.
No, we got to
The
see.
Vice President and I are being regularly updated by the Attorney General and the Director of the FBI, working closely with Governor Kemp and Mayor Bottoms and local officials. But whatever the motivation, we know this. Too many Asian Americans have been walking up and down the streets and worrying, waking up each morning the past year feeling their safety and the safety of their loved ones are at stake. They've been attacked, blamed, scapegoated, and harassed. They've been verbally assaulted, physically assaulted, killed. Documented incidents of hate against Asian Americans have seen a skyrocketing spike over the last year, let alone the ones that happened and never get reported.
I'm gonna stop
It's
it
been
right
a
here.
year of living in
Go ahead,
fear.
bro.
Huh?
Go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead and stop it, man. I heard all I need to hear.
Yeah, I did too. So you mean to tell me that you concerned about an attack on the Asian community? Cause 6 Asians got attacked, but black folks been getting attacked for fucking since United States been around, and you ain't
Hey,
said nothing about that.
We've been done bogus before the United States became the United States. Bro.
Right.
Before then, black people been doing bogus. Now let's go all the way up. We can just skip everything up and just go to the 60s where the civil rights was happening and stuff like that up until today. And the fact that he making it seem like this racism has just now reached a head because Asian Americans are now being harassed. Like black people still being harassed in the streets. We still being shot by the police. We still got stuff going on in our community and stuff like that. We still having discrimination going on towards black people when it comes to getting loans and everything like that from banks. But this is what he want to rise up for, and this is what he want to stand up. He want to act like racism is something that's affecting the Asian. I mean, he didn't even mention black people in the fact that racism has been around
Right.
and all the stuff that's going. Like he could at least threw us a bone and said, "Hey."
And it's funny
You know
because
what
when he was doing his whole to get elected, they asked him about that. They asked him about the art. Even when Ice Cube came with the package, he said, "Wait till I get elected first." And I ain't heard him say nothing about it yet. You want to talk about protecting the Asian community?
Exactly,
why? Because everything made over there. Is that why that's the reason? Cause we buy everything from them. Like, what is it?
I told my wife. I think the reason is because black people still voted in this election, all on the whole belief that they was just scared of Trump. They didn't want Trump in office. Trump was this. Trump was blah blah blah. When Trump had nothing to do with the racist ways of these white people in office. Period. And none of them was trying to do nothing. Biden them already said they wasn't going to defund the police. That was something black people was fighting for. They wasn't going to do a whole bunch of stuff that black people had been fighting for, but yet we still voted them for only just to get Trump out of office. And now that the man is in office, he just skipped over what black people vote and went to the Asian community. Why? Because Asians typically don't really participate in the United States election like that. They're not here on a big majority. You don't see them really rallying for that. You know what I'm saying? They typically stick to their own communities, doing their own thing. And I told my wife, I think it's like a grab. You're trying to get Asians, give them a bill, implement it under the Democrats, so that when the next time election come around, more of them will participate in the election. And they'll be more apt to probably vote Democrat because they feel like they're the ones who are going to keep that bill in place versus Republicans who will just let it go. But black people, they ain't going to give us nothing. Why? Because we will easily give away our vote just because, bro. Because we're afraid of what, man? That's what I don't get. That's the thing I don't get, man.
He just told us everything we need to know about him. Everything that we thought Trump is, or whatever how you want to call it. Biden, he never hiding what he is about. He don't give a F about us. No, never did. That's why he created them laws, and he showed it right here with this speech he did.
Bro, we already knew about Biden, bro. Have you seen the pictures of him holding on to little kids and touching on little girls and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
People all knew about that. They was all willing to let that slide for the fear of Trump. And like I said, I don't understand why black people were so afraid of Trump, bro. We know what racism is. We've seen racism. The only people that just wanted Trump, that really want Trump out of office, was other white people, because Trump was exposing America for the racism that it is and letting everybody know that white people crazy, bro. They be out here really doing some crazy stuff to people for no reason other than they don't like the color of their skin, man. That's it. Right. And a lot of white folks didn't want that exposure. They don't want to be looked at as they being racist. You know what I'm saying? That don't exist in America. You know, it's not really happening in America. Well, black people have been telling them this has been going on for years, bro. For years, man. But you know, this is what we get, bro. I mean,
this is what we get, man. This is exactly what we get. I'm shocked. I'm like, he really acting like he concerned about 6 Asians getting killed when, man, oh my God.
It was 7 Asians was killed.
No, I thought it was 8 people.
6 of them were women. 8 people total. 7 of them were Asian, 6 of them women. So who was the 8th person? That's what I would like to know. Was the 8th person a black person? Was the 8th person another white person? Who was it? Because they don't want to mention that, because that will take away from the narrative about this Asian hate. You know what I'm saying? They just want to make it seem like it's nothing but Asians going on and stuff like that. And like I said in the last podcast, you know what I'm saying? Go watch that if y'all ain't watching. That they making it seem like black people are the perpetrators of this Asian hate first and foremost, and now it's just trickling down to everybody else. And now it's this big old hoopla, like people really out here messing with Asian folks like that. When you got more videos of people messing with black people every day, you can't even go into the store, look at a toy gun and stuff without a cop rolling up and blowing you away because somebody don't call the police. Kid walking home who got like a mental disorder. Somebody see him walking home, they call the police roll up on him, they choke him to death. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a guy selling CDs, and they pin both his arms down and kill him.
Yep,
exactly. Or a guy coming from work with his kids in the car, and they pull him over and shoot him, and I think tell him he can still carry. It's just crazy.
A kid playing in the park with a toy gun. Some white person see him playing with that, they call the police. Police show up within 15 seconds of him being there, they putting bullets in him, bro. Like this is stuff that's been going on for the longest time. The greatest thing that I've ever heard was when Dave Chappelle was talking about how he was talking to that one cop. You ever seen that special? He was talking about how he talked to one of his cops.
And right? That same cop was the one that killed the boy.
Killed the dude in Walmart. Yep, exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how close we are to death every day, bro. Mm-hmm. But these Asians get something happen to them one time, and now we making laws. We throwing everything up. We hashtagging Stop Asian Hate, all of this stuff, bro. And how many times have you seen the Asian community rise up for Black Lives Matter? Everybody act like, no, it ain't just Black lives, it's everybody lives, all lives matter. When we say it, but when Asian people say it, now it's just like it's a cool thing to say. Ain't nobody bucking against that.
Right. It's messed up how they feel about us, man. But we gonna move on, cause you know I don't want to get too irritated and mad, and my whole day be messed up. So
you sound like my wife, bro. I don't know.
Man, it just get to me, man. I can't help it.
Day gotta be messed up, man. It's like it's the realization of what's going on in America. It's like we gotta face it. I can understand you don't want to be mad at everybody all day, but even still, man, it's something that's going on, and you got to look at it. You got to face it. You got to swallow it up. You got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't talk about it as a black people, that's when you get real crazy. That's when you might be at the stove. Some Asian person might look at you funny or say something to you. Next thing you know, you ready to punch him and stuff like that. He might be ready to tell you, "Hey, dog, you got a bomb hooked up to your leg or something."
No beef with them, but they can get their stores up out of our community too.
They could. They could.
You know, but no beef with them. Ain't no beef, but you know, I'm just saying we got some people that sell hair that can have that spot. You know what I mean?
That is true. But you gotta remember where they get their hair from.
Yeah, I mean they could be the plug. I ain't saying they the plug for anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Typically, they don't like to plug anybody that they hate.
I got a couple of my fellas that know how to cook some good Chinese food. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can do that nowadays, bro.
Right.
Get you a good recipe, you learn how to cook it.
But let me run this past you right here. I saw this on Instagram. It's a podcast. I don't know the name of it, but I'm gonna let them tell it. We're gonna give our input on this.
It actually says something to me that I would never repeat to my wife because I don't think she would take it the way he said it. So what he said was, we were talking about like a friendship, and he said, my wife is not my best friend. Mm-hmm. He said, I have best friends. Like we go kick it, we play football, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he said, if I tell my wife that she's my best friend, it creates a different level of expectation. Yes. Then there's like comparison between, oh, you do this with your best friend, and then why not that? And he's like, yo, I tell her straight up, you are not my best friend. I can't say that to my wife because she would punch me.
And I cussed him out when he told me that. But let me tell you why. Because I had that expectation. I thought my husband was supposed to be my everything. So I put this pressure on him to be my best friend, be my lover, be my everything I want. I go to you. He's a human being. Like, yes, you're my spouse, but at the same time, my sister, my best friend. Yeah. When I really think about it, it sounds cute to say my husband is my best friend. And I'm not saying couples aren't best friends. There are some out here, but don't put that unrealistic expectation or unnecessary pressure on him playing that role when he don't have to. Y'all can be the best of friends, but at first position, he's your husband. Yeah. She's your wife. So yeah, I mean, once I realized that and I started understanding, I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right, Derek. I just wanted it to sound good. I'm married to my best friend. Yeah. Y'all been dating 6 months. I'm marrying my best friend. How? How you marrying your best friend after 6 months? But okay. I mean, you know, it is.
I'm gonna figure out a way to say it and explain it.
So you must feel that way. Wait. You feel that way.
I don't feel like we're best friends. I
feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
And
So we got the gist of what they saying, man. Let me hear what you got to say first.
Let me hear what you got to say first.
So boom, thank you. I've been waiting on this. So now me and my wife, we was friends, like best friends, for 10 years before we even got into a relationship. Like we known each other, we hung out together, we done slept in the same bed and never had sex with each other. You know what I'm saying? And just everything, like we talked about everything. Like I had a stalker. I'm gonna tell this story, man. I ain't gonna put no names on it, but my wife know I had a stalker. I used to ask my wife how to get rid of her. That's the only reason why she didn't run my wife away, because my wife knew that I was trying to get rid of this broad because she was a stalker. So that's what type of relationship me and my wife had before we got into a relationship. So when they say your spouse is not your best friend, that's impossible, because you with that person every day, all day. You tell that person know more about you than anybody, even the friends you known for 20 years. So how could they not be your best friend? That like, to me, that's stupid. It go hand in hand. Your spouse and your best friend is hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Because they know everything about you. You might, I mean, if you a cheater, you probably hiding that you cheating, that you'll normally tell your best friend. If you one of them dudes that cheat, hey, do what you do. I ain't got no hard feelings on that, but that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me, man.
Man, I 100% agree with you. Like I said, what I told you when you sent it to me, they stupid because they making it harder than what it is, bro. It's like you in a marriage, man. And this is the thing, people like to base most of their beliefs on what marriage is and everything like that off of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And when they do that, they don't realize that, one, the Bible tells the man to deal with your spouse as a weaker vessel. You know what I'm saying? It also tells you to love your wife as Christ so loved the church and gave his life for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the role of the husband, is to be that protector, to be the one that's willing to give your life, to be there for your spouse and to deal with her as a weaker vessel. Ain't nothing wrong with your spouse expecting you to be her best friend. My thing is, at the end of the day, who you trying to have sex with? Your boys or your wife? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta, it's like there's certain things you gotta start putting in perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's to me, it feels like, even on the chick's part, If you think if you trying to make your dude be something else, or let's say you being crazy with it, that's on you being crazy with the thing. That don't mean that he can't be your best friend. It just means that maybe you need to stop being crazy with stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you should be able to go to your spouse for anything that you need. You should be able to look to your spouse to be there for
Talk
you
to
when
them
you
about
need
anything,
and talk to them about anything. You know what I'm saying?
no
It's
matter
like
what it is.
if you need them to do something, you need them to do something. Now, if the issue is that you just want to have some hangout time and some stuff like that with your boys, then you talk to your wife about it and y'all make compromises. Now, if she ain't crazy, she gonna let you have some hangout time with her. If she is crazy, she may not let you have hangout time. But that's just that depends on the couple, the relationship, and what they want. But I think in all, yeah, your spouse definitely should definitely be your best friend. I mean, who else do you need? Like you said, they know more about you than they know the deepest part of you, bro. They know when you're nasty, you know what I'm saying? They know when you
Right,
don't wash your ass, all of that stuff. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They around you when you're taking a dump, all of that
right.
stuff. They know you more intimately than the next
Sit
person that's
probably
over there. And they
sometimes my
should
wife. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and they should be the main people that you trust more than anybody else. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You can't really trust your niggas out there because your niggas might be trying to get with your girl. And while you over there trying to hang out with your homies all the time, your homie might be the one telling your girl, man, he always out here with us and stuff like that. If it was me, I just be at home with you and stuff. And if that's what she want, then that's what she gonna start sliding into and wanting to be, her main and stuff like that. And that's when stuff get messed up and everything like that. Like I think I hate when people always try to give advice on relationships, but they be giving this stupid advice about dumb stuff that don't really matter. And the big things, like I said, they make it harder than what it's supposed to be, man. And all in all, your spouse is supposed to be your right hand man. You know what I'm saying? If they your rib, if they the one that God sent for you, you know what I'm saying? Your soulmate, they your right hand man. So nothing should come in between that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing should say who should tell them a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Nothing should be able to break y'all apart and all that stuff. That's my take on the whole thing.
I think that they need to break that down because for the young lady, she probably want her husband to do the ladies' night shit with the margaritas and lingerie type shit. She probably think that's what your best friend do. That ain't what your best friend do. That's what your partying friends do. You know how they do
But
the ladies' night with the lingerie, how they little margaritas and talk about
who?
all they secrets. You know how
You
your
talking
wife
about the
don't do ladies'
women?
night. The women, yeah,
Nah,
your
nah,
wife
nah.
she don't
She
do
ain't got
that.
friends like that. They ain't got friends like that.
No,
It'd be hard for her to make friends and stuff like that. So no.
I wonder why. But yeah, my wife do. She got it'd be Lisa and Cheryl and them coming over, her sister and some of her friends. She ain't got many friends, but some family, mainly family. You know what I mean? They do their little ladies night. Is that what she talking about? Best friend? Like I don't understand because how could you say your
No,
spouse is not your best friend?
she was saying that what she was trying to say is that she thinks they're unreasonable burdens on her dude by making him your best friend. And he's supposed to be her everything and stuff like that. She was saying that her sister is her best friend because she talked to her sister about stuff. But the thing is, you should be able to talk to your spouse about the same things you talk to your sister about. You should be able to share those certain things with them and be able to
All right,
communicate with each other.
I think I need her to define best friend, define what it is, and like define best friend.
For what?
Like
You know what a best friend is, bro?
yeah, so how's your husband not that? How's your spouse not that? I can see if you was
No, no.
boyfriend, girlfriend, that's different. But
What
husband
she's
and wife,
what she talking about? The question that they had up there is like what he was asking was like, do you tell the husbands? Do you tell your wife that they your best friend? Because the whole premise is like if the homie wanted to go hang out with the dudes with the boys, um, why couldn't he? You know what I'm saying? And it's like they were saying that if you say your spouse is your best friend, then you do a comparison thing. You know what I'm saying? Like say you with your boys, right? You and your boys, let's say y'all go out to the club and get drunk and stuff like that. But your wife may feel like you don't never go out to the club and get drunk with her. How come you don't go out to the club and get drunk with me like you do with your boys and stuff like that? Which to me is a reasonable thing because if it's your spouse and she want to hang out with you, she want to go out there and stuff, then take her out, bro. It's nothing that's just hard to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to do it for them, you should be willing to do it for your wife. It's just plain and simple, man. It's like it shouldn't be nothing that you shouldn't be willing to do for your wife that you'll do for anybody else. If you're willing to do stuff for everybody else but your wife, then that's a problem, bro.
everything I do with my homies, I do with my wife. Everything. Like me and my wife go out, we go to a bar. We don't go to clubs and we don't get drunk. We have a drink. We go to a bar, sit at the bar and have a drink with each other. You know what I'm saying? We'd go go to Top Golf and play golf because we competitors. Me and her both competitors. We'd go play basketball. My wife played on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? We'd go play bowling. We'd go play pool. We play.
So basically,
I do everything.
Basically, you got somebody at your speed athletically, so you ain't got to be getting schooled on all the time.
What? She can't beat me. She can't beat me in basketball. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it gangster. Now she gonna hear this, and I want her to hear it. I'm gonna keep it real. Only thing she can beat me in, she better than me at bones. She better than me at cards and bowling. That's it. Everything else, I got her. Them the only three things she can beat me in.
You talking about the athletics department? Like I said, in the athletic department,
she can't beat me.
You finally found somebody who you could be better than.
I'm better than y'all. I just never got my. I just never got my opportunity.
That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I understand why. You can school your wife and feel like you the greatest now. I got you, bro. I got you.
No, I'm better than y'all. I just didn't get the opportunity to show it. Because I was small. I was smaller. All y'all was bigger. I was smaller.
I believe it.
It's a fact.
I believe it. How tall are you? How tall are you now?
5'8".
Yeah, you still small. All right.
So no, I ain't.
Yeah, you are. I'm 6'1".
No, that's not small.
I'm 6'1".
5'8" ain't small.
I'm 6'1".
Almost 5'9". I'm 5'8 3/4.
I'm 6'1". My wife taller than you, bro.
How tall is your wife?
She 5'10", I think. Yeah, she says she's 5'10". I think she's shorter than that, though. I think she's about 5'8".
My wife 5 foot.
She says she's 5'8".
But one-on-one in anything, I guarantee you, me and my wife will beat y'all. Well, in anything, whatever it is.
Anything like what?
Anything, any athletics, anything, we'll beat y'all one-on-one.
I doubt it.
Spades, anything.
I definitely doubt that, bro.
Facts. We run spades table.
First of all, my wife runs spades online against people all the time. She's in the #1 spot all the time online.
Man, ain't nobody a better spade player than my wife.
Me play spades in wrestling. I ain't no joke, bro.
Y'all ain't look.
You know how our family plays spades.
Y'all ain't messing with us in spades. My wife is the best spades dominoes player I ever seen, man. Even OGs that we played with say it, man. Like she know them cards, she know them dominoes. To everybody, I'm not the only one.
All right, I put 100 on it. My wife from school.
We can bet it. I'm trying to tell you, man.
I put 100 on it.
We can bet. I'm trying to tell you, my wife nice shit.
I'm telling you right now, I put 100 on it. My wife will sue you, and I'm already better than you in spades, so it's a no contest, bro.
No, it ain't. Contest. Y'all ain't beating me and my wife. When are we gonna make this happen? We should go live. We should do this, play this game, and go live. Let the fans see it.
How we gonna play spades live?
Easy. I got a camera. I can set the camera up. Easy.
Everybody can be cheating, bro.
No, how?
Yeah, how we gonna do spades?
We can set it up and do it live, man. I'm telling you, man. I know what me and my wife can do, and we younger than y'all anyway. Y'all too old.
You know what they say comes with age, right?
Yeah, broken knees, bad backs.
Who the one that just said they got out the hospital from having broken knees from them young?
I ain't get out the hospital. I had surgery.
Where you had surgery at?
I had it on my knee. That ain't nothing. I'm good. I'm 100%.
Where was you located when you had the surgery?
Playing basketball on the basketball court.
So they did surgery on the basketball court?
No, at the hospital.
Exactly, bro. So you got out the hospital after you had your knees broken by a youngster.
My knees weren't broken.
That's why you play that basketball with the wife.
That's because he was cheating.
That's exactly.
No, he ain't do nothing like that. He was cheating. He couldn't get past me, so he stepped on my foot. And that's how that happened. He'll tell you that.
Back to what I was saying. Yeah. So your wife definitely should be your best friend. I mean, I believe that 100%.
Right.
If you don't, I mean, if you're in the comments, man, just let us know. Do you think your spouse should be your best friend or not? That's a good question. I would like to see what everybody got.
Me too. I definitely want to see. I don't see how your wife can't be your best friend.
And let me know also if you already in a relationship or if you're single and what your answer is. Because I bet there's a bunch of single niggas that's gonna be up there talking about nah. But it's like I understand why you're single, bro. It's a crazy way to go, man.
Right, and y'all listen to them cats that's supposed to be relationship experts. See, when you try to be a relationship expert, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. When you call yourself a relationship expert and you slip up, oh my God, everything, oh Lord, they hand your ass to you.
We talking about Derrick Jackson. If everybody know who he is,
he ain't the only one.
I mean, no, he's not the only one.
Oh, they waiting on your boy to slip up.
Who, Kevin Sanders?
Yeah,
Sanders?
yeah, they waiting on him. As soon as he slip, it's
Man,
over.
He already got schooled by some chick. Some chick put a video out and she was talking to him.
I saw it, the one you sent me.
Yeah. So he already got schooled by that. It's going eventually. It's gonna come down to where he about to get caught being gay or something like that, man. I know y'all niggas. If y'all listening, if y'all hear this, I know you Negroes don't like him being called gay. But any man that tells you that you are supposed to give your wife 50 pumps, and if she ain't orgasmed by then, you need to just get up and leave her there and let her finish herself off with a toy. It's got to be homosexual. Just my thoughts on it.
He said, "What? Give her 50 what?
50 pumps, bro. 50 pumps. You said
55. First of all, who sit there?
50 times.
Who sit there and count pumps?
Bro, I don't know, bro. But apparently, you give him 50. If she ain't busting nut in that time, then you got stuff to do. She got to finish herself off. So she's supposed to go to the bathroom, get her toy, and finish herself off. That's his relationship advice to high value men.
I want to say this because I know she gonna watch. Shout out to my auntie Doretha. But she said she don't like Kevin Samuels no more. She was all team Kevin Samuels. Now she don't like him.
Why don't she like him now?
Why you don't like him, Doretha? Get in the comment section and tell us why you don't like him. I'm gonna stay out of it. I want you to get in the comment section, Doretha, and tell us why you don't like Kevin Samuels.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought that the reason that I thought that her liking him just seemed like it was the weirdest thing ever, because she would be the embodiment of everything he be talking about, and I would think that she would hate that nigga saying stuff. But you know, she don't want to do that. So.
She said she don't like him no more. I've been telling her to comment. She gonna comment this time. Comment, Doretha, and tell us why you don't like him. Yeah, she told me, but I am gonna let her say it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let her say it.
I would like to know myself.
I just had to say that because I know she gonna watch. I'm gonna make sure she see it. She watch all our stuff.
If you out there, man, don't follow a lot of these people that give relationship advice. First, one, make sure that they in a marriage themselves, and then just be watchful of them. Certain things that they do, certain ways that they act, you can kind of tell if they a dirtbag and all of that stuff. Like with one dude, yeah, I could have told. I told my wife that he was a dirtbag. Even when I found out he had somebody, that he's still a dirtbag. Just in what he be saying and stuff like that. It's like you got to read people and everything. But yeah, that's what I think on being the best friend and all that stuff. I think that's the way it should be. I definitely think that if you are in a relationship, your spouse should be your best friend, and you should be your spouse's best friend, and y'all should be able to do things together that y'all would do with anybody else and stuff.
Right.
Thanks. You actually this. Do you allow your wife to have the password to your phone?
She do. She got it.
I'm saying, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, for sure.
She got the passwords to my phone. Like I don't got nothing to hide, man. Like one thing that, cause I want always a dude that was faithful. I did, what I did, but I told myself I'm not getting married to get divorced.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm like, I'm not getting married to cheat. Like that defeat the whole purpose of getting married. I might as well be single. So I knew if I get married, I was gonna be faithful. Now, a lot of people say when I say that is, what if she cheat on you? Well, I ain't worried about that right now. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I say I would take her back and all that stuff, but I don't know what I'd do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say until I cross that bridge.
I mean, typically men don't forgive like that, bro. That's if you're a man and you really giving your emotions to a woman and stuff like that, and they break it to that degree, typically you're not gonna really forgive them. Typically, you might end up hurting them severely, especially if you catch them in that. You might just go into a rage, bro. And I'm just gonna be honest, because you can say you don't know how you may feel. Like I can say I don't know how I will feel. I know I'll be hurt, and it's a good chance that it may unlock a rage beast that been locked away inside of me that I may just blank out, and next thing you know, I wake up and everybody dead, and my AR ain't got no more bullets to it.
I wouldn't say that if I was you, especially not on here. Especially not on here. I wouldn't say that.
Why, bro? It ain't gonna happen. I ain't got to worry about it.
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't even put that out there. Forget that. Because if it happened, they're gonna go back to this interview like he already had it planned, premeditated.
Hey, I guess so. It was temporary insanity.
I ain't gonna get that. I can't get that mad to where I do something that's gonna change my life forever. And I just can't allow myself to get that emotional, man. Like, you know, I feel like if somebody can make me that mad, they got control over me. You know, and I practice full body control. You know what I'm saying? I had anger issues once upon a time in my life, and I asked God to take that from me. Like, so I just can't let nobody make me that mad to where I do something out of my character.
Let me tell you this. Jesus got mad enough that he flipped over tables, bro. Started hitting people with rods. Jesus got mad enough that he started flipping over tables and hitting people with rods. You
Really?
saying that you can't even get that angry about nobody?
I ain't saying I can't get that angry, but I'm saying, listen, I ain't saying I can't get that angry, but what I'm saying is I gotta stop myself from getting that angry. You know what I'm saying? To become physical. You know, I don't never want a situation to become physical unless you trying to harm me, and that's what I gotta do, resort to. If I could try to talk the situation down, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared. I ain't no gangster, nothing like that. But I'm going to defend myself to the utmost, defending myself. You know what I'm saying? If I got to take a life to defend myself and my family, you know, I'm going to do that. And I'm willing to do my time.
That's not what we're talking about, but I got you.
But I know what you're saying, but I'm just letting it be known. Like, but I do have restraint. Like, I practice restraint. Like, I done been in situations where at work, I done lost my job for fighting at work. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself I'll never do that again. Like, I'm not about to let a nigga control. Then this dude got his job back. So I told myself I won't do that no more. I won't let myself get that mad. I put my hand on somebody, lose my money, mess my money up, mess up my household. I won't do it no more, man. I'll wait till we get off work. We go somewhere off the grounds and handle we got to handle. And then work the next day.
I ain't even gonna lie. That's how my wife operates. There's been a couple of chicks she got into it with at like school and stuff like that. Where she told them, "Let's go down the street as soon as school's over with, and we can handle it." She don't do stuff at work at all either.
Your wife sounds like she a gangster.
But she not though, man. She bougie as all get out, but she not. But she ain't no punk though when it comes to stuff.
Neither is my wife. My wife thinks that's why she called herself Ali. Because she thinks she Ali. But we ain't gonna make this about our wife. Let's go to the next part. Right here, this next clip I want to let you hear. I want your thoughts on this.
A migrant crisis is growing again. More than 4,000 children in custody at the border now, where a migrant crisis is growing again. More than 4,000 children in custody at overcrowded facilities after a 25% surge in border crossings by unaccompanied minors in the last week. President Biden deployed FEMA to handle the surge over the weekend. Our chief White House correspondent Cecilia Vega reports from a border facility in Donna, Texas. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. You know this. We have been repeatedly denied access into facilities like this one right here behind me. The administration citing COVID and privacy concerns, but we are this morning getting our first glimpse inside, and these allegations are disturbing.
This morning, inside these massive tents along the southern border, hundreds of migrant children waking up in crowded conditions without their parents. Lawyers who recently went inside tell me the overcrowding is so severe some children don't have beds and are forced to sleep on the floor. One girl telling them she hadn't showered in 6 days.
How young are we talking? We saw the whole spectrum from 1 to 17.
Our cameras not allowed in. The Border Patrol handing out its own footage when the facility opened last month. The lawyers say 45 to 50 children share a space like this.
That is where they would spend their entire day. They did tell us that every few days they were allowed to go into a courtyard for about 20 minutes, but it seems that some children would go longer than that without seeing the sun.
They say siblings of opposite genders who traveled together were separated upon arrival. Some children saying they haven't been allowed to call their parents. This new video showing the surge at the border, sources telling ABC News the more than 4,200 children currently in custody is at record levels, up 25% from last week alone. Authorities detaining more than 500 kids a day, kids who made a long and dangerous journey alone. The system's so overwhelmed the Biden administration has called on FEMA to help take in, house, and transport kids to more child-friendly facilities. But inside these tents, lawyers say there are so many kids they're being held way past the 3-day legal limit, some up to a full week. And even though many of the children have family north of the border, the lawyers telling me those kids can't immediately be reunited with those family members because of all the bureaucratic red tape.
So the lawyers say you're not.
So this, I had came across this, and I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like they really trying to stop immigrants from getting over here to the point where they separating the kids from the parents and got the kids in prison pretty much, treating them like prisoners.
It's not even that they well they are not stop immigrants from coming over, but I think what they said that they can turn away the adults, but they can't turn away the children. So the immigrants know this, so they're trying to get their kids over. The thing is that we shouldn't separate the parents from the child.
They shouldn't.
Both be able to go over. If you can't take one, then you shouldn't take any of them, because now you got these kids separated from their parents. Nobody really there to take care of them. Nobody really there to treat them like they're supposed to be treated. You don't know what's going on. And the number one thing that the problem is with America is that kids go missing too much from these places, man. And child sex trafficking and everything like that, be for real. They don't found people that are in high positions that participate in these type of things. And I find it absolutely hilarious is that everybody put up such a hissy fit about Trump and his administration doing this very exact same thing that Biden administration is doing, but ain't nobody really saying nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody voted for him and everybody talking about get these kids out and all this junk, but they back in the same boat. And now they ain't even got now they don't even have, at least sometimes they would have parents in one facility and the kids in another. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't got the parents at all. And now that if they got people that live up here in the United States that can come get them, they ain't even allowing them to go and get them. And it's like they holding them in there for a week without going outside and all that stuff. It already just shows that they really don't care, man. And I think it's all messed up. I think it's messed up at one point, and I think it's absolutely ironic at another. It's stupid. Like I said, I don't get why we were so adamant about getting Trump out of office if the same stuff that was under him is happening right now. Yep. It ain't even it's continuing on.
Why would they? Two things. Why would those parents try to? Because they know their kids can come over here, and now their kids gonna be in foster homes. Why would they even allow their kids to be over here, knowing they're gonna get separated from them, and be into that prison sort of setting? Why would they even let that?
I think because it's all because of the American dream. They say they're refugees. They might be fleeing like the cartels and like war that's going on, and they part of the country and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people live in some bad places, and they feel like they can come up to America and get better, make it big. I mean, they do offer more of the lower paying jobs to immigrants and stuff like that. Jobs that most Americans don't want to do, so they can make a living off of doing that. And the type of money they get from that is probably way more money than they would get back from where they at. So understand why they're coming, you know what I'm saying? If America is supposed to be the land of the free and all that stuff, where you got all these opportunities to do things and to come up and to become somebody, then of course people are going to want to come over here. Of course immigrants are going to want to come over and things like that. America knows that. And the simple fact of, they mad at Trump for trying to close the border. But then having the border open is leading to this, an overcrowding of kids and stuff. And it's like, y'all don't have nothing, no real system in place to conduct these type of things as far as getting these people in, getting them vetted at a timely manner and getting them out to where they can go on and live their life. Because most of them probably already got family that's over here, you know what I'm saying? So all you're doing is promoting that now people are just going to avoid going to the border at all and just sneaking over here the same way they've been sneaking over here. So y'all not really stopping anything. The same stuff that was going on is going to be the same thing that's continuing on. And it's like they got to come up with something better, bro. They got to come up with a different way of doing this. They got to come up with a safer way of doing this, because it's mainly the kids that's in danger. Because I wouldn't trust those facilities for my life, man. I wouldn't trust that most of these kids going to make it out okay and untouched. The majority of them are probably going to have something done to them by some pervert that's working up in there and think don't nobody care about these kids and ain't nobody going to come and get them, And it's like you don't know where they at. You got brothers and sisters being separated so they don't see each other. They don't know how the other one is doing and stuff like that. It's nothing but a clusterfuck.
Man, I don't know why them parents trying to have them come over here knowing they not getting over here. At least they should send them back with their parents, man. That's I don't know. Then the way they talked about the conditions was just terrible. They only got out 1 hour a day. They in prison. You putting your kids in prison pretty much.
I mean, pretty much so. Pretty much so.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that serious, man. And you know that you can't get over here at all. Since the parent can't, they should make the kid go back with the parent. Why we set the kids?
I mean, you can't say that it's not that serious because we don't know what are the conditions that cause them to come over here in the first place. You know, like I said, most of them may believe that it's going to be safer for them over here than to be with them over there. So they're willing to take that chance by sending their kids up here. I'm saying that that's just a bad idea all in all because America is not that pretty, man. It is not this utopia of just sunshine and rainbows. We have killers, murderers, pedophiles, and just all types of hateful people that stay over here that are in positions of power that will use and abuse the system that will cause them or allow them to use and abuse your children and anybody else's children that they can get their hands on. So you shouldn't buy into the whole BS that you can send your kids over here and your kids will be safe. Because if you're not with them, your kids are probably in more danger than if they was with you and y'all stayed over there in the first place. But like I said, we don't know what are the conditions that all of them come over here for in the first place and what they running from. I just think that we need to have a better program and something else that's safer for them to come over this way. Because like I said, it's funny that they fought against Trump in doing it, but Biden's administration is doing the very same thing, and they got the very same habits and stuff that is going on with them. So it's a crazy situation.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I gotta look in more into that because that is crazy to me, man. That's just something. I ain't about to be separated from my child. They can't go. If I can't go, they ain't going.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Especially if they down to 1 year old, bro. That's insane.
I want
sending your 1 year old there,
right?
Man, you know how
putting them in prison,
doing stuff to 1 year olds and stuff like that.
Putting them in prison, pretty much.
I wouldn't trust none of them to feed my kid or to take care of them and to change their diaper, bro. They might be having some kids sitting in diapers for days before they change them and stuff, getting rashes and everything. It's the craziest thing ever, man. Like I said, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why they're coming over here. I don't know what they're running from. But the fact that they have this idea that sending their kids without them is safer than being over there is insane. Because America isn't that safe, man. It's too much stuff that's going on. And ain't no telling what they do to these kids in these facilities. And the fact that they overcrowded to this point is ridiculous. Like they need to do something. They need to do something fast.
Okay, and in closing, this was something I want to. I don't have no video for this, but this is something I wanted to ask you. I've been meaning to ask you this. Why is it when black celebrities, it could be like it's going on with a football player right now by the name of Deshaun Watson. He asked to be traded from the Houston Texans, and now all these women coming out saying it's sexual abuse, sexual assault. It happened with Bill Cosby. When I guess they allegedly he was trying to buy NBC. But you know they brought up his past from the 80s, 70s, and 80s. It's happening with T.I. and Tiny. Like, why do you think they pulled that sexual assault out on black celebrities? When they trying to control them to do what they want them to do, or stop them from saying what they don't want them to say. Like, why do you think that is, man? Because it's a pattern. It got to be true.
What was Deshaun Watson? What was he saying that they didn't want him to say?
He wanted to be traded, and the team didn't want him to be traded. They wanted to keep him, but he asked to be traded because they done got rid of every weapon around him. So he asked to be traded, but they don't want to trade him. So now all these women started coming out because he was speaking out.
Let me ask you: do you believe women?
I think they are. They doing it for the money.
So you don't believe that he's sexually assaulted?
I can't say if he did or he didn't, but I just think they doing it for the money. It's all about money with them. You could pay a girl and say, you could pay a girl and be like, I want you to be, because I don't know if you know. Listen, listen. I don't know if you know that those athletes they pay. It be groups of women that line up at their hotel room. They come to all the cities. They find out where they at. I don't know if you know this. This is a true statement.
I know.
And they be at every place they be at. How if you a billionaire, you could pay one of them girls, beautiful women, a couple $1 million to get in their room.
First of all, you don't even have to do that. Even when I was at UNI, you would have chicks that would just be in your face and just trying to throw it at you. Just cause, man, you're an athlete. People they just just want to do it. So I understand as far as what you're saying, but I can't remember what his name is. One of them athletes, dude, he a handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But but you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 100. He was drugging women.
You talk about Darren Sharper.
I think so. Yeah. And you know, rape. Not he
had
had no reason. He had no reason to do it. And I thought what made me know that he was really bogus is if they had a dude with him also, that he would drug the dude and put him out in the hallway while he went ahead and beat these chicks while they were unconscious and did whatever he wanted to do.
He had a sick fetish.
I mean, yeah, he did. So I mean, you can say that some chicks are lying, but we really don't know. Okay, we really don't know. When it comes to the athletes, we really don't know. My thing is that for the most part, y'all in a dangerous situation to where y'all put yourselves.
How you do that dance? How you do that dance? Yeah, that's what we need right now.
For me?
Yeah, for you. For you. Because you know they got an agenda against when black people speak out, they talk outside the box, they have an agenda against them, and the main thing they pull up is sexual assault.
All right, first of all, let me tell you. I don't think no one cares if he being traded to that point to where they want to get this nigga for sexual assault.
So all of a sudden, when he actually be traded, all these
I'm just saying,
people coming out.
I don't. That's a far stretch of a conspiracy. I'm not gonna go that far in a conspiracy when it comes to trading one person to another football team. That's just stupid. That's stupid to even believe.
It sounds stupid to you.
It's stupid to believe that's the reason why. Because now he ain't gonna play for nobody. He ain't gonna play for the people that he worked for or anybody else. So why would they risk that? If they want him to stay there, why would they risk that? That don't make sense.
So what about T.I. and Tiny?
What is T.I. and Tiny actually?
Because T.I. always speaking out against black injustice. You know they trying to shut him up.
I mean, T.I. speak out about it, but T.I. is the biggest fucking hypocrite ever, bro. The fact that people actually listen to these celebrities when they say stuff is just beyond.
Y'all put in the work though, like he out there.
Me. It's beyond me. T.I. ain't really out there. T.I. makes it seem like he out there, but he not really out there like that. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff that black celebrities could do that would really show that they out there. Plenty of stuff they could have been done.
Such as
what? Such as like building up a whole community.
So when they get out there, like my son, you know who my son is.
No. What do you do?
He a rapper, but he an active. He called himself a raptivist. And now they saying since he out there, he getting paid by the government. He getting funded by the government. So how could he be with the cause of the black people when he getting paid by the government? That's what they say. I don't know if he is or he not.
Why they saying he getting paid by the government?
Because he worked for that he do work with Black Lives Matter, and they say that's funded by the government.
I don't think Black Lives Matter is funded by the government, but Black Lives Matter don't really
like Al Sharpton. You know, you heard the story about Al Sharpton. He was an informant. He was funded by the government for sure. That's what they trying to say about him. When you out there on that front line like that, they gonna say you funded by the government. They got you out there to push their narrative, the government's narrative.
Depends on what their narrative is they push.
That's why they don't like getting on the front line because they gonna automatically.
Al Sharpton, I think, is believed to have something to do with setting up Martin Luther King. I think, as far as being assassinated, and I think that's where where they think that he might be within the league.
That guy's a character, man.
He is, but like I said, it's a whole different thing because, like you said, you talking about these people are being funded by the government. I don't know why people say they funded by the government.
I don't know if they is or they not.
I would have to listen to them and see exactly what it is that they really doing when it comes to the black community and trying to push for change. Because there are things that we need within our community, and I spoke about this, I think, on our first little podcast, as far as drugs being taken out of our community and economically being sound within our community and stuff that I think celebrities could help with. You know what I'm saying? But those who are rapping about drugs and all of that stuff, they're not helping, bro. They just not. All right. T.I., he a freak, bro. Him and Tiny admit that they do freaky stuff with these women. Now,
and they make them sign consent.
I mean, I know, and so I don't understand why they coming out saying the stuff that they saying.
Because he cut them off.
I mean, yeah, that could be it. I don't know how he cut them off because he's still doing the freaky stuff, and if they willing to get paid for it, they'll get paid for it.
Or they get paid to make some stuff up.
I don't think they're making up anything, bro. I think I think because they told the truth that they've been paid to do the stuff. I just don't understand how they feel here that they were pressured into doing it.
If they got paid to do it,
you can go. But they've admitted that he said you can go. If you don't want the money, you can leave. And they decided they wanted the money. So they've admitted it. I don't know how they got paid to do that, because that just seems like if they did, they were stupid in saying that. They certainly didn't make it seem like it's a case. But to me, from what I understand, his stepdaughter has been saying stuff that he be acting kind of funny too. So, I mean,
I don't know. All I'm saying is, you know for sure that they.
Oh, and the case with Bill Cosby, I think was BS. I don't know why they went after Bill Cosby, especially after
what about R. Kelly?
R. Kelly deserved everything that nigga got.
What? Is you kidding me?
He did. Everybody know he was having sex with minors. Period. Everybody know.
Look, past tense, he was. In recent days, all them girls were of age.
What? How do you?
I ain't defending him. I ain't gonna defend him.
How do you know that?
I'm not anyway. What about Bill Cosby? You said I ain't talking about. I'm not defending him.
Okay, so you're not.
But I do. But I got feelings toward. I got feelings.
I was gonna say you don't want to die on that hill, bro. Because I can. Even if I don't know all the facts, I would 100% guarantee he was still messing with minors.
So listen, all them girls that was on that Surviving R. Kelly got book deals. They got they getting paid to do interviews. They promote all kind of stuff, and they all was of age. One girl came to his his sentencing or his court dates for the Aaliyah thing. She was 16 years old, lied to him and said she was 18, and got to his house, and then she told him that she was 16 and he was still cool with it. And her mother was there at the court.
Who said he lied? Look, the people in his camp admitted that this nigga sat outside schools looking at these young girls.
They helped him though. He ain't the only one.
Bro, I'm not excusing them. I'm saying that he deserved everything he got because he still did the stuff, regardless. Man, you know what I'm saying?
I think they charged R. Kelly with. So let me get this straight.
If he do something like that to your daughter and she was
he ain't doing that to my daughter.
No. I'm saying if you do that to your daughter and she underage, she don't say nothing till later on. You saying that since it's so late, it's cool now? Like you shouldn't.
So let me get this straight. If your daughter in R. Kelly's studio peeking out the window, you just gonna knock on the door?
Huh?
I said if your daughter in R. Kelly's studio, you know she in there, you got all these cameras following you, is you just gonna knock on the door? And he allegedly got her against her will.
No, I'm not doing it.
So why would the parents do that? You go to the hotel where your daughter at, get her out of that hotel, and then matter of fact, you left.
Hear me when I say this. I am in no way, shape, or form excusing anybody involved in pimping their daughter out or anything like that.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not excusing any of them. I think they all deserve to go to jail. Everybody that was in the video, everybody that was in his crew, all the celebrity that was around him when he was doing this shit.
That's all I'm saying.
Even his own wife. All of them.
Definitely her. Definitely her.
Because they all knew, they all
be a pedophile.
They all helped this man do the same things that he's doing. All I'm saying is that in all of that, R. Kelly deserved everything he got.
I think R. Kelly got consent. What they charged him with is trafficking minors across state. But he got paperwork that he got consent from their parents to let them travel with him for their music career. And they said, allegedly, this is some stuff that came out. That same girl, Tasha K, and she was promoting going against R. Kelly, and she said it. She apologized, and she said, I think R. Kelly got set up.
Bro, none of that is neither here nor there. The man still had sex with minors. He still was out here being a pedophile, regardless. None of that's neither here nor there. He still was being a pedophile, bro.
I think he had enablers, man.
Pedophilia is illegal.
They knew he had a problem, and they was feeding on that problem because they was getting paid. The people that was around him, man, they knew he had a problem. Instead of getting help, y'all feeding on it to this problem.
Let me say this again. I am in no way, shape, or form excusing any people around it. But R. Kelly deserved everything he got.
You killing me with this shit.
Wow, bro, he did. He deserved everything he got. I'm not going to excuse man.
That's what he told Gayle King.
I don't care. I don't care who.
That interview.
I don't care who was around him, who helped him do all that stuff. He still was a grown man himself. He participated in stuff just like everybody else. Heck, he was even commanding some of them to do stuff. So he deserved everything he got, bro.
I ain't saying that he's innocent.
Now, if we were to say, we can't even say, because the media has went after Jeffrey Epstein. They have went after the one white dude that was hanging out with Oprah also. And it's funny because Oprah hang out with all of these dudes too, and they was doing
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, they did go after him and all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? They do got a documentary on Harvey Weinstein. They got one on Jeffrey Epstein and all of this stuff.
Epstein killed this stuff.
Yeah, but we can't. They got the chick that was with them. So we can't just say that they're going after black celebrities. But this Me Too movement that popped up is targeting just probably men that are on celebrity status altogether. Why? It's a payday for them. They can sue their lawyers. They can build up their brand, get money for themselves, and things like that.
So I know you heard about that football player. Go ahead.
I'll say, but this doesn't excuse the fact that these men might have done these things. You know what I'm saying? And if my thing is, we just got to look at the evidence of what was being said and what can be said. And if evidence points to the fact that they did it or don't do it, that's what we can only judge it off. But I don't think we should go into the fact just saying that everybody lied. Now, I'll tell you this, and I'll say this clear as day. I think the chicks, when it comes to T.I. and Tiny, they lying like a mother, bro. So that's just me. I do believe that they lied. And I think that's T.I. them fault because they into some freaky stuff. And they got to recognize that people who you paying money for gonna always want money. And if they can figure they can get more money from you, they're gonna get more money from you. The only thing that I'm saying is that if his stepdaughter come out and start saying some stuff, then I don't know. At that point, I don't know what to say. But as far as everybody else, yeah, I would say that they probably lied on it. And I don't even think they lied on him. I think they blowing it way out of proportion, trying to make it seem like he was doing something that they didn't. But let's go ahead and move on because we if you want to go deep into that, we can go deep into that.
I just want to make this point. You seen that football player, the white football player that was dating that black girl,
Yeah,
and he beat her. And guess what they said? When she came in there, he said, "You still alive?" This is what he told her.
Yeah.
Guess what you don't see them promoting that. You don't see them talking about that no more. Why is that?
Why don't we see them talking about that no more?
You don't hear them talking about that no more. That right there is big. He tried to kill that woman.
No, but you want to hear my honest opinion?
Because he got the protection. He got the complexion for the protection.
You can say that, and it's also because she was a black woman.
Facts.
And black women typically are being looked at. Even when the stuff happened, you had black dudes kind of blaming her for being with the white dude. My wife did a whole video on that. And y'all can check her out. Her handle is Black Woman. But I told her she needs to change it to something because when you pull it up, it's hard to find it. Because it got a whole bunch of stuff that deal with black women. So I see what she can do to find out. But she do a whole video in regards to all of that stuff, though. And how even in that aspect, the violence towards black women is extreme because people don't really value them as much as they should, which I think is a shame, especially coming from black men. And it's a lot of black men who looked at her as it's her fault for being with the white dude. You know what I'm saying? That if somehow she was with a black dude, it wouldn't have happened. When there are statistics that show that if she was with a black dude, it could very well have happened just as easily as it did with her. Why that's not in the news, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, are you keeping up with it? Are you Googling it? Are you researching it?
I don't really see nothing about it, too much about it. I've been trying to keep up with it. I don't know what happened to him. They don't talk about it.
I mean, look,
they said he was bipolar or something. Some excuse they gave.
Nah, but see, the thing is, though, most things that we get like that we gonna ever get like that. The reason why you know so much about what's going on with R. Kelly, the reason why you know so much what's going on with T.I. and Tiny, the reason why you know what's going on with like these football players and athletes that are black is because you predominantly are within a black circle of communication. You know what I'm saying? If you on Facebook, majority of Facebook friends are black.
Yeah, you can't.
You probably see on Twitter are black. So black people will spread this news amongst black people. If you were to go to white people probably wouldn't know nothing about T.I. and Tiny, what's going on with them, what's going on, what went on. Well, everybody know about Bill Cosby and stuff. But what's going on with this athlete trying to go to Houston because it don't really concern them in their community. You know what I'm saying? And all of that stuff. And the reason why you would say that the thing that's not going on about the black woman and the white dude is because black people within our community don't feel it's necessary to keep talking about it. Because if we kept talking about it, we would see it all the time. You can't depend on the media to talk about it because the media don't care about it. You see, Biden, first thing we talk about Biden, he don't give no, they don't care about what's going on with black people. As far as the racism that's happening to us, it ain't really that much of a prevalent thing to where we can address it to the nation and make rules and laws to prevent it from ever happening again. You know what I'm saying? Arresting police that kill unarmed black people for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Without bringing them in to see what they are being charged with or bringing them to justice in a humane way. You know, so if we can't even get that, don't expect them to always talk about everything that happens to black people within the black community. But if black people don't be first and foremost of keeping that attention and keeping that stuff up, then yeah, it's gonna fall by the wayside. And a lot of it falls by the wayside because a lot of people don't care. Like black people don't care because they figure she went with a white dude, that's what she get. When that shouldn't even be the case. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We should definitely
Shouldn't
care.
be. I don't know
You
who
know?
think like that. This black guy don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
They should fucking that nigga. He tried to kill her. He I think he raped her. I don't want to put something on that he didn't do, but I think it was something like that. He beat her. He did it wrong. Like he should be going upstate. He should be in
He
the
has
county
been kicked
right
off
now.
his team, bro. Right? He's been kicked off.
He
his team.
should be. If he wasn't, I'm not sure.
I think he has, but he should be going to jail.
It's talking about he was off his bipolar meds.
No, that's still not.
But anyway, man, we gonna end it right there, man. I'm gonna try to have more like videos we can react to or whatever, give our comments on. I'm gonna try to get more throughout the week.
Definitely should have some more videos to react to. We can
Some
react
more
to
good
whole videos if you want to. If you want to just talk to you ever see Abba and Preach?
Who?
Abba and Preach.
No, I'm not hip.
Yeah, you should check them out, man. They do a lot of video reactions.
And send me share one of your YouTube videos to me so I can see your page. I can't find it when I look it up.
All right, I shared. I only got one video on there right now. I got to get on that.
But just
Ever
share
since
it
that
to me.
little Blizzard thing, I've been kind of slow on everything else. I got too much.
Just share it to me, man.
All right.
But yeah, we want y'all to get in the comment section on the topics we talked about and tell us what y'all think.
Please and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share it to other people. Get comments going. Tell us what you want to talk about. Have us discuss it. Like I said, we are very opinionated. Get that from our mama.
Definitely.
Got opinions on
shout out to her.
Got opinions on everything that's going on in this world. Everything under the sun, no matter what it is. We can give you our opinion and our take on it. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna be talking no BS, no bullshit. You know, we're gonna try to keep it 100.
Yeah.
For real.
100, man. We're gonna try to keep it 100. This your guy African Nat.
Yeah, this Black Son.
And we are
I'm gonna call myself the resident asshole because I'm still a douchebag, still an asshole.
Resident asshole.
Because man, I'm about to start just being more assholish like I normally be on here and stuff like that. You know?
Why? Oh, just to get them tuning in.
Because man, yeah, we ain't got to be PC and all that stuff like that. I realize that that's just like I'm trying to tell my wife, be yourself, relax. You know what I'm saying? You got to be PC because people want to hear the realness.
Right.
Stuff, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm about to stop censoring myself, man. I'm gonna just say how I feel about shit.
You should, bro.
But I really do. Only thing I stumble over talking about is that LGBTQ.
You shouldn't even stumble over
the
that,
mob. Bro. They the mob. They the new mob.
but they the mob that's being taken on by everybody now because
so I ain't
going too far. They going too far.
And religion. I'm gonna just go how I feel, man. I don't like talking about religion, but I don't care. I'm gonna just say how I feel.
No, you should. Yeah, you should.
I am.
I love talking about religion. That's one of my topics that I definitely love talking about, bro.
Religion.
Yeah, I love talking about
I ain't too. I know some stuff, but I don't. You know, we could talk about it though. It's something that that we want to touch on. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah,
but
it's something to talk to go on. Yeah, we can talk about all this. Like we can talk about any and everything. Like if people got something that they want to just talk about. Y'all want to
put it in the comment section.
Put it in the comment section.
Yeah, you can send it to our email, sonsofafrica podcast@gmail.com. You can email it to, you know what I'm saying? It's an inbox on YouTube too that you can inbox comments or whatever, and you can let us know. Send it to us on the inbox on YouTube. Or you go to our Instagram pages. My Instagram is the African Ant Show and also African_Ant.
I think my Instagram is Black Son. I got another. I got two of them. Right? I got 2 Instagrams and two Twitter pages.
Yeah, my Twitter is African_Ant. And check out my African Ant Show, man. I got a lot of good guests on there.
My Twitter is at All Black Fist. Is my Twitter. But I I kind of share my Twitter with my wife so we can troll people on stuff like that. I be trying to troll Candace Owens and stuff like that. But I don't really be that active on it. Because I don't like it, though, bro.
We gonna talk about her and Cardi B thing tomorrow, man. I got a bone to pick with that. Cause we gonna talk about that
I
tomorrow.
heard about that. That little
We gonna
thing
talk
she had
about
with
it
Tucker
tomorrow.
Carlson. With Tucker
Huh?
Carlson, that interview she did with Tucker Carlson about it.
Who? Candace Owens.
Yeah, Candace Owens. She was on
Yeah,
Tucker
she was
Carlson.
talking about Cardi. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
WAP and all that stuff. Yeah, we talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
gonna talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, so this
I would like to talk about that in general too, and just in the influence of hip hop on the black society and stuff like that.
we gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna say how I feel on this one because I got feelings towards it.
Yeah,
We ain't gonna touch on it now. We gonna give y'all got to tune in tomorrow, and I'm thinking that we should do it live tomorrow. What you think?
I mean, we can do it live. If you got people that's gonna watch it and get in, we can
I don't know. I mean, my Facebook, they'll watch if I go live. People will tune in.
Then go ahead. We can go live.
Okay, we gonna go live tomorrow at 12 o'clock. No, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time. And what's your time? You an hour behind us.
That'd be 10 o'clock, I think, my time.
So what's that, Pacific? I'm on Eastern time.
What time is yours now?
Eastern
it's
time.
6, right? It's 6 now for you, right?
6:18, yeah.
Yeah, 6:18 for me.
Yeah, so whatever.
You saying what time?
What time we usually do it? We gonna do it at 12 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock your time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 12 o'clock our time. That's Eastern time, and 11 o'clock Standard time. Central West, yeah, whatever. But y'all, let's see it, man. But this African Ant, this my Black Sun. We are the Sons of Africa podcast. We got a lot of more stuff coming up. Like we said, if y'all want to talk about anything, hear our input on it, please, inboxes. You can inboxes on the YouTube page. Leave a comment in the comment section. Share our videos. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. You can get the notification when we put out content. Once we build a bigger audience, we're gonna start doing it live. So we can interact with y'all and see y'all comment. The Sons of Africa podcast, and we signing off.